Hi everyone, welcome to week 14 of our Composition 1 class. This week we're going to start our last project, and as a part of that you are going to reimagine an earlier piece of writing that you did. So writing projects 1, 2, or 3, and you're going to reimagine that project with a new purpose, audience, genre, and or medium. Calling this project a remix. So you're going to kind of be reworking one of your previous projects to fit a new situation. You could potentially create a video, an infographic, a podcast, a poster, a brochure, a photo montage. There aren't a lot of limits on the type of text that you can create for this project. Your first task this week is to familiarize yourself with the assignment sheet. Make sure to read that. It's available under Writing Projects over here on this left panel here, Writing Projects. I would also make sure to watch there's a short video that is embedded on that assignment sheet. I would make sure to watch that as well. It does a pretty good job of describing what this project is going to be like. Task 14.2, you'll be doing some reading and viewing. To help you with this project, I would read the chapter on choosing media, which is chapter 56 in your book. I would also skim this profile piece, Rare Earth, and watch the two videos below, which both represent remixes of the profile piece you just read. So this profile piece right here, Rare Earth, is sort of the original text, and then these videos represent remixes. So by reading and viewing these two things, you should kind of get an idea of what I'm going for, of how you will be taking an original text and remixing it in a new way. For task 14.3, you're going to look at some samples. There are, if you look in the Student Success Gallery, you'll find some samples of Writing Project 4. You can also search for examples of multimedia work online. I have a few links here to get you started. Real quick, I'll in case you're not really familiar with this term, media is anything really used. Well, media is actually the plural form. Medium is the singular form. A medium is anything that conveys information. So, like writing is a medium, painting is a medium. Actually, thinking about art could be a useful way to think about it. An artist will potentially use multiple media in order to express themselves. So like paint is a medium. Clay sculpting is a medium. Like ink drawing is a medium. Now applied to like writing, you can have text as a medium, videos are a medium, like embedded images, graphs, charts, even different sorts of text all count as different media. So essentially, you are going to be taking a project that you already wrote and using a new medium or potentially multiple media in order to sort of creatively re-express what you were doing in that particular project. Task 14.4 is brainstorming. Remember that your focus for your remix should grow out of your previous work for the course. The prompts below will help you reflect on what you've done this semester and hopefully help you develop an idea for your remix. So first of all, list the topics you wrote about for writing projects 1 through 3 and write a brief description explaining why you selected those topics. What about these topics made them important to you? Are they topics that directly affect your life or the lives of friends or family members? Number two, explain how you feel about these topics now after writing and reading about them this semester. Has your opinion changed? Are you more or less concerned about the topic? And which topic do you feel most connected to and why? Next, in your opinion, what is important for other people to understand about each of these topics? List as many points as you can. Are there specific groups who need to be educated on this topic more than others? If so, list those groups in your reasoning. And then finally, what type of multimedia piece might be appropriate for reaching the audiences you mentioned in response to question 4? So like a video might work well for certain audiences, but may not work better for others. Or like an essay is a very particular type of writing, and that essays work well for certain audiences, but they may not work quite as well for other audiences. So you're going to be kind of thinking about what your purpose is, who you are trying to reach, who your audience is, and then what sort of media might best convey that information to your audience. Task 14.5, you're going to make your Wednesday discussion board post. There are 2 parts to this post. Please do both. Number 1, think about the print profile piece and the 2 remix pieces that you viewed for task 14.2. In what ways are the remixes similar to the original piece? In what ways are the remixes different? Think especially in terms of the rhetorical situation of the pieces, so their purpose, their audience, genre, stance, and media and design. And then for the second part of your post, pick what you consider to be your best 2 topic ideas for your remix and post them to the discussion board. And then provide your peers with the following information. Your 2 topics and your reasoning for why you chose them, how these topics speak to you and why you feel connected to them, your early ideas on the type of multimedia piece you might create and why, for example, a brochure, a video, an infographic, etc. Then talk about your initial concerns as you start this project. What challenges do you think you'll need to overcome as you complete writing project 4? And what new skills will you need to practice, and how can you find help with those skills? And finally, consider your classmates as a general resource. What advice would you like from your peers? What could your classmates help you with? What would you like to speak with peers who have been affected? Would you like to speak with peers who have been affected by your topics? And do you need advice on how to create something? Now is the time to find out what resources are available to you through your class connections. In task 14.6, you'll be choosing a message, audience, and genre for your remix. I'd like you to write out responses to the following. Based on your classmates' feedback on the discussion board this week and on your own thinking, what general topic do you want to focus on for your remix and why? What specific message do you want to convey through your remix? For your audience, what audience would be most appropriate for your message and why? Often it's helpful to imagine a specific audience rather than just the public. For your genre, what multimedia genre would be most appropriate for your context and why? And over here we have a list of some examples of multimedia projects you might do. And then finally, sum everything up. What will your message be for whom and in what medium and genre? For task 14.7, you're going to make your Friday discussion board post. For this post, I'd like you to read through your classmates' posts from Wednesday and write a response to at least 2 of them. When responding to their topic ideas, be sure to tell them which of their possible topics you find most interesting and why, and explain any personal connections you have to the topic and what, if anything, about the topic causes you to have an emotional reaction, whether it be positive or negative. Finally, provide any advice and help you can in response to your peers' questions. Offer your classmates your experience and any resources you know of that might help with their project. And then for this last page here, you're going to submit all of the writing that you produced in response to tasks 14.4 and 14.6. That is it for this week. If you have any questions about anything, especially anything about like multimedia or different projects you might do, please feel free to email me.